Hey y'all, thank you for joining me on Beneath the Surface with Jamie Marie. You know, I've been messing around with microphones and software and Audible, pretty close to just giving up on this whole podcast thing. But I just had a little something in me. It's like God saying, nope, you are not giving up right now, Jamie. Other people got to learn this stuff. You are not the only one. And I said, okay, God. Okay, I'll keep going. And here I am. I'm recording this on my laptop, just on the regular old video recorder. And I think it's going to be just fine. But there's something that we just need to talk about. You know, after 18 years of teaching littles, I decided enough is enough and dove headfirst into emotions and health. For the past 4 years, I've been clearing trapped emotions with the emotion code and a little body code on myself. And then I had the realization that changed everything. That emotions, they are not just stuck in the subconscious or different organs. They are literally glued into the fascia, the living web of connective tissue that wraps every organ, nerve, and muscle fiber. Yeah, it's in there. So, in this premiere episode, you'll discover with me why talk therapy and tapping, and even classic emotion code sessions often feel temporary. The missing fascial piece. That's why. The new science proving fascia stores memory, tension, and unresolved emotion from Jason Van Blerk. That's who I've been reading up on, and David Goggins on the polyvagal theory. How one sheet of fascia connects your frozen shoulder to the grief that you never cried over 12 years ago? Yeah. The exact mechanism that allows me to release 10 trapped emotions per month for my paid subscribers, of course, without ever needing the full story. Don't have to know a thing, just up, it's gone. What's coming up, you ask? Well, live group clearings, monthly fascia labs, and real-time proof that it works, because you'll be seeing me release the energy emotion from fascia here. Now, we don't have the fancy scientific telescopes and stuff that can show us when it's getting released, but let me tell you, a lot of you are going to feel it. So if you ever felt like, something's just stuck, something's not right, things are not going the way they feel like they should be going, well, I think you're in the right place, because that's exactly how I felt. Well, yeah, that's how I felt after the pretty rough breakup with me and my fiance about a year and a half ago. It was rough. Let me tell you, it was so rough. Like, I was lost. I was sad. I was so torn. I didn't know where I was supposed to go. What did I do? I ripped my daughter out of everything she knew, and I moved my butt to Texas in junior high. She was in junior high. And then this big breakup with a very controlling alcoholic. And let me tell you, when I say alcoholic, this man could drink. And so no matter how severe that was, everybody has their own sort of thing that they're dealing with, and that you just kind of push through. And I see on TikTok all the time on my lives that people are just trying to push through. And most of it, I would say 90% of the questions that I get asked on TikTok Live with the pendulum and the dowsing rods, they ask about breakups, if so and so's faithful, am I pregnant? Like most of them have to do with that. Some of them have to do with work, but that's a lot. So, with the not divorce, but the breakup, we were together 5 years. I lived with them, and after that, things had to change. Things just had to change. I was not going to survive the way that I was. And then I started thinking, wait. Why do I do that? Oh, wait. Why do I have that in my life? Well, how come I don't have this in my life? My mind just started opening up. I realized that half of the stuff that I thought was important that I needed to get done or that I needed in my life or that I didn't have or whatever, it was because that someone told me that that's the way it should be. And I just went with it because of course you want to stick with the tribe. You're going to try to fit in. Well, that's what I did. Yeah. So social norms, I realized that things needed to be reevaluated. And then we get to the emotions. And I'd already started emotion code while I was in that horrible relationship. Um, so I'd already started releasing emotions and learning about all the things. So I'm on the right path. I just wasn't strong enough to leave. So he left. I do think that God took him out of my life to help me push forward because I know that I'm here for bigger things. I just know it. And so I opened my heart to God. And I do have to give my friend Kelly a shout out because we taught together, but thinking about her makes me, it just warms my heart that there's such kind people out there. We taught together, but we never really talked. Like she taught upper grade, I taught lower grade, whatever. So anyway, she reached out to me. She said that God wanted her to, and we just became really good friends. And so without Kelly, I don't know if I would have pushed towards God as much, but she made it very clear that that's the direction that I needed to be going. But then I reevaluated that. Okay, is that just because someone's telling me to do it? No, actually, it's not. It's because it was in my heart. Like I felt that that's the right thing. So I started going to church, to my daughter's church, got baptized, studied all kinds of stuff. I mean, from emotions to spiritual stuff. I mean, guardian angels, you name it. Anything that I could learn to rise, to lift my vibration is what I'm working on now. So yeah, during that breakup, I wrote a book about it because I kept a journal during the relationship due to him making me believe I was crazy. So I thought if I wrote it down, I would know I'm not crazy. And so, yeah, I did that, but I didn't use our names in it. And it was on Amazon, but I took it down because I thought, "Oh, whatever, I'm over it now." So now I'm doing digital products, trying to get the word out there on how to heal yourself. I'm not sitting here trying to say, pick me, pick me, pick me. All I'm saying is listen to me. Just give me a minute, listen, and let me tell you what I learned because I promise it's exciting. It's so exciting. And along this little journey I've been on, Kratom got a hold of me. And I don't know if you know anything about kratom, but it attaches to the opioid receptors, kind of like a painkiller. So I don't drink. I quit drinking. I used to get blackout drunk, and then decided probably that's not a great idea. It only took me 40 something years to figure that out. So yeah, not drinking. I love the Delta type things, and so that track, right now, that's what I'm liking, personally. Now, that has nothing to do with the fascia, but I am just giving you a background on me and while we're on this journey. Because if you're gonna go on this journey with me, I want you to know that I'm here for you. I've been there. I promise. I may not have been there exactly where you're at, but I definitely can tell you I have empathy. And all I want to do is to make help Earth be a happier place with more love. And I think a lot of people are wanting that right now. Now, if you turn on the news, that's not what you see. But don't turn on the damn news. No, just don't turn it on. Because is it going to help you? No, we're not preparing to go on a hideout, to anything like that. We're fine. And then if there is an invasion, there's going to be loud alarms and stuff. And let your close people know, like, hey, okay, tell me this stuff. If we're gonna something going down, tell me. But other than that, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I can't fix it. Okay, so going down that road, I don't care what your political party is. This is not ever going to come up. I don't care. So that has nothing to do with your body. So all we're talking about here is maybe what led to the things that are happening in our body, but not what your political party is. Um, okay, and then I said that I thought that emotions were stored in the subconscious and the body parts and all the things, and I was wrong. So there's another part to it that is so fascinating. And yes, I've been talking about the social norms, and that's the other part. Let's dig into that a little more. So there's something almost no one, and that is something no one is really talking about. And if they are, I'm not seeing it. And so they didn't, these emotions that we felt, they didn't start, not all of them started as personal trauma per se. Some of them were downloaded or um, passed down to you, and you inherited them generations, like decades back. You could still have some of your ancestors' emotions in you. And think about all the things that our ancestors went through just on the regular. It used to be rough. So then on top of that, imagine Imagine. Think back in the day. Think about something your mom or dad told you when they were getting on to you. Just think. What was something that just got to them and they would tell you? Don't be too much. Don't smile. Don't inconvenience others. You shouldn't have people wait on you. Don't cry. Dry it up. Dry it up. Well, all of those little things that really don't even think about it. Yep. They're all shoved up in there in that fashion. We got to get it out. So every single time you obeyed those rules to stay safe, the rules that your parents put in place or the people above, but your body had to do something with the energy of the emotion that wasn't allowed to move. Yeah, they had to go somewhere. Well, guess where it went? Straight to your fascia. Your tight shoulders, they're not just from your desk job. Nope. They're from decades of I'm not allowed to take up space. Yeah, makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. Your chronic low back pain, it isn't just weak glutes. Your chronic low back pain, well, it's from generations of carry the family, no matter how heavy it gets. You are the family the head of the household. You carry it. Well, yeah, that could lead to back pain. Your frozen pelvis, well, isn't just heartbreak. It's every time you were told sexuality or anger or grief in a woman was too intense. Social norms are the silent co author of almost every heart wall and trapped emotion I've ever cleared. And until we name that, we're only treating half the problem. There's one more reason people never fully clear their trapped emotions, and it's not their fault. It just, we were not taught how to process these emotions. We were not taught that it's okay that other people may not like you and that they may be irritated by you. It's okay. So let me tell you a few. This is so fascinating to me. Let me just give you a few more examples on the social norms because they literally freeze trauma in the fascia. So fascia is mainly water, and it is freezing these energy emotions. There. Big boys don't cry. Collapsed chest, fascia. Suppressed grief for 40 years. Good girls don't get angry. Clenched jaw, tight pelvic floor, rage stored in the adductors. I don't really know what adductors are, but the other saying would be, don't make waves at family dinner. Swallowed words become literal fascial adhesions in the throat and diaphragm. Suck it up, buttercup, or suck it up and keep going. Adrenal burnout. Fascial armoring from neck to low back. Every time you were told directly or subtly that an emotion was unacceptable, your nervous system obeyed and your fascia locked it down so you could stay safe and, yes, belong to the tribe. That's why so many emotion code therapy, plant medicine veterans still walk around with mystery pain, anxiety, and stuckness. The emotion was never allowed to move through the body in the first place, so it crystallized. So, what happens biologically when energy is stuck? Why fascia became the storage unit for every inappropriate feeling you ever had, and why releasing without re traumatizing the system is often the kindest and most complete way to finally let it go. This can be done through Beneath the Surface Live, where we will be knocking out these energies, processing them, dismantling them, and learning how to heal. And that's why this community is different. We're not just releasing emotions, we're dismantling centuries of fascial conditioning that told you it wasn't safe to feel. We're going to do it together. So, here's the new way we're going to do this starting now. Every single month, my paid subscribers will receive, well, it just depends on what tier. Okay. So let's go through the tiers and see which plan is right for you. And it may be the free one, and that is okay. With the free plan, you're still going to get the information to heal yourself. That's it, for real. You are, if you do the things I say. But if you would like to go a little further beyond and get this knocked out, then you can subscribe to my tiers. It could be tier 1, which is the absolutely free one. And then tier 2 is $4.99 for the month or $50 a year. And you get the digital archive for subscribers only, paid subscribers only. You get the live, behind the scenes live. You get the first questions. You'll be the top of the list to get answered on the lives. There's a Facebook group you'll get to be a part of, a newsletter for subscribers only. So each tier will have their own newsletter. And then you'll get the podcast notes. Tier 3 is a $9.99 a month or $100 a year. And it is the same as 2, except for you get 10 emotions cleared a month. 10. Do you know that that's usually a $60? $60 for an emotion code session where typically you release 10 emotions, and that's usually $60. Now, no, I'm not going to dig deep and find out where these emotions came from and then document and all that stuff. I'm not going to do that because it's just a quick session. It's cleared 10 emotions a month cleared. Now, if you were in a real session, yes, you would get to dig deeper, find out where it came from, how old you were, this and that, all the things. But yeah, so tier 3, all the things in tier 2, except for you get dun, 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 the 10 emotions cleared a month. Now, tier 4 is for the wonderful special people that have more they want a family plan. So tier 4 is a family plan, up to 4 people in the same household. No, I'm not going to check, but God is watching you. And it is $29.99 a month or $320 a year. But get this. It is such an exceptional deal because it can be animals, humans, whatever. If they have emotions, then let's just work with it. Okay, so it can be 4 if whatever. So that's 40 emotions from that family plan. 40 removed in a month. Each month. Yes. Talk about some work. Okay, so anyway, all of those special deals can be found on www.helperbydesign.com, or you can find me on Substack, TikTok, YouTube. All of those will be, you could look for Jamie Thrash. On Instagram, it's Thrash Jamie. Beneath the Surface is this podcast, but there's also Helper by Design is my actual business. This is just the podcast that my business is doing. So please contact me. Let me know if you have any questions. Just fill out the form at any of those places. I mean, mainly, I would like for you to fill out the form on my website. It's just easier. But if you just go to TikToks and want to do that, that's fine. I get that one too. No big deal. Okay. And then to wrap things up, I would like you guys to know that I'm just kind of doing a little tester here, trying to figure out how many people would be interested in learning to read live. So it doesn't matter if you're 4 years old or 100 years old. If you don't know how to read or you just want to be a better reader, then I'm considering doing live reading academy through TikTok or YouTube, not sure yet. And basically, I would give a free assessment, figure out where you're at, and then do a plan that's just right for you, because I forgot to mention that I think I did mention it. I was a kindergarten teacher for a long time, like over 15 years. So I've taught lots of people to read. So I'm pretty good at it. And yeah, So, oh yeah, you'd get the assessment for free, and then you would get the lives. And I haven't even figured it all out, but I just want to see if people are interested in it. So that is something else. I will have a form for on those websites that I listed. It is not there today, but it should be there before December 2025. Thanks, you guys. Thank you so much for listening to me. And I just cannot wait to meet with you guys again and learn something new.